Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for all of your support, all of your amazing comments, and your love that you have been pouring out to me the past several weeks. I've just been feeling overwhelmed with so much gratitude. I have said it before and I'll say it again. My community here on YouTube is the best. So thank you for being part of it. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't done that yet already. And thank you for all of your private readings that you have been booking lately. That's why I'm here, so that I can connect with you and I can help to shine a light on your situation and help you to really tap into your own intuition and your own, what your heart is telling you to get to where you want to go and whatever it is that you are working towards. So let's go ahead and dive in today to see what wants to come through in your daily check-in today. Who am I reading for? Let me know in the comments below and let's see what message wants to come through for you today. Let's see. I've got the Chariot. Ooh, I love the Chariot. The Chariot, and I have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck here, as well as the Fire Pony himself. It feels like there's been this situation where this feels very specific. So, all right. So it feels like, first of all, what I'm seeing here is something stuck. Something stuck is getting ready to move. I have a lot of movement here with these two energies here. Our Chariot is, it's all about, it's in the hands of the divine. And so you might have literally had to surrender a situation, surrender the outcome, surrender whatever goal or whatever it is that you are asking for, praying for, manifesting, working towards. Take it how it resonates there. It's like you've put it in the hands of the divine, and that was what you were meant to do. Sometimes we literally hold on too tight and it keeps us in this state of out of balance. I'm holding on too tight. I'm trying to control a situation. I'm trying to force something to happen. I'm trying to force an outcome. And you might have had to shift your focus, and you might have had to shift your focus in the way of literally just surrendering it to the divine and saying, okay, show me. I'll pay attention to what I'm shown every day, my intuitive nudges and the direction that I'm going to go, that you are telling me is the best and highest for me. And I'm also trusting you because, it's like trusting in something bigger than you that is taking this situation where you want it to go, into the successful outcome that is best for you. Sometimes we don't see that. Sometimes we're trying to control or force the situation because we think we know what's best for us, And so that brings me to my second point of the Two of Wands. It's like you might have had to have a little bit of a pivot. You might have had to change your focus from what you used to focus on in this situation. And you might have been guided to, take hold of a new focus and focus on, change your perspective, looking from a higher perspective, zooming out and seeing that this situation that you might be working towards, which, by the way, we have two twos here, could be a connection. Now, this could be a connection of you and a new employer. This can be a connection of your career and another pivot in your career. Like, it's a connection. It could be a romantic connection. It could be a romantic interest. It could be a connection of another kind. So you take it how it fits for you. But I feel like you were trying maybe to force a direction, force an outcome, control something. And you were also being guided to pivot in some way. Change your perception, change the direction, let go and let the universe, let go and let God, and really just trusting that the best and the highest good is what's going to unfold for you, trusting that your destiny is what's going to unfold for you, because that unlocks, see how he's got the world in his hand, that pivot and just literally surrendering the situation to a higher power literally unlocks unlimited potential. That's what that world means. It's like you're only seeing what's in your world and what you think this should look like. but you surrendering the process and surrendering the direction and surrendering whatever this is, like taking your hands off of it. Not saying I give up. It's about like taking your hands off of it, and I'm not going to get in my own way, and I'm not going to try to force this, and I'm not going to try to chase it or control it. That's what I'm talking about. Then it literally unlocks unlimited potential for the universe, who is unlimited, to come in and change the course of this thing. Change the direction, change the movement, because you're getting out of your own way. And that's really who I'm talking to. Somebody who has recently, had to surrender and get out of their own way. Okay, now 2-2s, when they come out in a reading, if you've had a private reading with me, you know that I've told you this in a private reading, but 2-2s tells me, the reader, that your situation is trustworthy. You can literally trust it. This is something that you are feeling intuitively, and whatever it is that you are feeling intuitively about this, the outcome, the connection, whatever it is, you are right. But letting go of control literally lets it move in the way that it's meant to move, and that's what's happening here. We have movement after a period of being stuck, a period of maybe getting in your own way. And look, the Four of Pentacles is right behind that Knight of Wands, which tells me you've been holding on too tight to a situation. We tend to get in our own way. We tend to try to force. We tend to try to control. And a lot of us have been in survival for a long time and had to control. And that's the conditioning and the programming that we've been working with for a long time. But in this situation, you've been learning how to let go of control, because it's actually getting yourself in your own way. So now that we have movement, and a lot of it, we've got success, we've got promotion, we've got determination, we've got fire and purpose and movement and excitement, adventure, possibly travel. Let's see what else wants to come through about this situation. What is the outcome? What can we expect? What's next? What do you need to know? We have something being unstuck and moving that may have been stuck for a long time. It came with something of a pivot. It came with something of a change of focus, of you letting go. Here's that stuck energy here on the bottom of the deck. And the Three of Wands says that what you see in your heart about the outcome of the situation, you're right. You're right. This can also talk about travel. So I'm hearing a couple of things about travel. I think is going to be a confirmation for someone here. The 3 is all about expansion, increase, manifestation. But it's also, in this card especially, it's also like you're waiting for that opportunity. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for what you see in your heart to show up in your reality. And it's right there. It is right there because you took the steps. Go back and watch the rest of this, the first part of this reading, if you want to recall those steps. But if you're joining me late or whatever, we've already talked about the steps. So we have the Hanged Man. This is the stuck and forced surrender card. So we're no longer here. We have the change of perspective that we needed. See how around his head it's like it's glowing? And you've got the High Priestess here. It just needed a change of perspective. It needed you to maybe zoom out and see that there's more to this story than you originally were thinking. Sometimes it's hard for us to see that what we want, especially in a connection with another person, it's hard for us to remember that, everything coming together has to do with them too. It's not just us. It has to do with them too, and things moving around in their world in order for us to come together and have this successful outcome. But what you're feeling and sensing around this whole thing, you're right. Look, 10 of Cups is right behind the High Priestess. You're right. You're right about your outcome here. And the Star, you're right. There's wish fulfillment here. There's a big fat yes moment here. A prayer being answered. What you're feeling intuitively is so right on. Your intuition, can I just tell you right now, is turned up to 100. And so you're literally manifesting the outcome that you want. but you're paying attention to your intuitive nudges. You're paying attention to your intuitive guidance. You're letting go of control, and you're trusting. You're trusting the outcome. You're trusting what you see in your heart is already done. When I tell you what I'm going to say next, it may blow your mind. That outcome that you see is represented here. This one and the 10 of Pentacles is something like your dream reality of this situation, your dream connection, your dream job, your dream outcome. Whatever it is that you see in your heart, listen to me really good right now, because I'm going to tell you something that is, you're going to love it. What you see in your heart right now, there is already a future version of you that lives there, that is intuitively sending a message to you now that you're right, and this is where you're headed. This is the reality that you are about to live in. Now, we don't know when, and we don't know how it's all going to unfold, but we're learning how to let go, and we're learning how to trust that the outcome is already done. I want you to plant that seed and that belief in your mind and your heart. It is already done. You see it in your heart because it's already done. There is already a future version of you living in that reality, and this card confirms that for you right now. And that is the part that you have to believe and let go of everything else and trust that it is unfolding in the most amazing way for you, even if it is not in the timing that you want it to be in, because rarely that happens, I'll be honest. But the hands of the universe are taking this situation to exactly what it is that you've asked for. And you're right. It's not going to require control. It's not going to require force. There's nothing that you have to perform or do to make this happen. You do have to listen to your intuition and follow any sort of intuitive nudge that you have. So if you have a nudge to go reach out to somebody, or to send in your resume, or to do something like that, naturally be open to allow yourself to trust that you will receive the prompts and the steps that you need to get to where you're wanting to go, because your cards are saying that's exactly where you're going, and you have to let go and you have to trust. Tell me who I'm reading for, because I always want to know. I'll see you in the next one.